Excited about this next item. I have a mom who's 82 years old who will never give up shopping and shopping for clothes and jewelry and everything, and she always fills up her cart, and I always worry about her when she takes her stuff from the car and she's walking it into the house, or even worse, when she's got to walk up over any stairs, because there's about 4 stairs to get into her front door, and I always worry when she's carrying stuff. Well, guess what we have? We have something called the 3-Wheel Stair climbing folding cart. This is brilliant. 40 people picked it up just from a quick mention before. It actually walks up stairs. Are you kidding me right now? That is the smartest thing I've ever seen. It's $10 off if you buy it today. Shipping and handling is reduced down to $3.95, and we did it on 2 Flex. So if you carry groceries, if you carry magazines or books or kids' toys, or I think any odds and ends, it could be crafts and stuff, and you need to take it from one place to the other, use the cart. It folds down flat for storage. In just a couple of seconds, it pops back open. Brilliant design. Linda Lide is here. Linda's here. I just said to Linda, and I said to her, if Linda's here, this has got to be something real special. Yeah. Because she always comes up with really cool stuff. This is a great idea.
It really is.
It walks up and down stairs.
It does. It glides up and down. It makes it so easy. Now, let me just go over here and show you. Now, this is, not only does it help to organize you, but it helps cart your stuff around. Now, when you ever put a cart like this, you're only going on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Not with the stair climber. The stair climber has always 2 wheels on each side. So this gives it a lot more stability.
Right.
You can hold up to 50 pounds. It's wonderful tubular construction metal.
It's real sturdy.
Very sturdy.
Yep.
Has a nice rubber handle to it. But let me show you it going up the stairs, because this is really neat.
All right. You guys going to follow us back here? Come on back.
Now, what I like about these stairs in particular is that the rise is a little bit bigger than your normal rise. And even with a big rise, come close and take a look at the wheels here. Can you see these wheels?
Yeah, here it comes right now. Watch. See how they walk up? So you always have a wheel that's in contact with the surface.
And watch when it comes down, nice and easy. Because here's the thing about carts. These carts, they're wonderful. You can put so many different things in them. But when it comes time to bring them up, they can be a little laborsome, right? Not this. This glides straight up.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that neat?
That is awesome.
Really nice.
See, now, Linda, you wouldn't, no other option. If you tried to use a hand cart, you'd have to ease it down from step to step.
That's right.
And you'd take the full weight of what was on that.
And it goes boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
That's right. Exactly. Now, let me just show you how easy, and we'll get into how easy these wheels are to put on.
Come on over. I'll switch places with you, okay?
Okay. So, you're going to get this in the mail, and you will have, the wheels will not be on. The small wheels will, but not these. Let me just show you here. Right here, there's this little pin. You're just going to press down this pin here. Okay, you're just going to put it on.
And it locks in.
You press it down, and it will go down, and then you'll hear it snap.
And it's locked in.
It's that easy. It takes seconds.
That's my assembly.
That's your assembly.
Listen for the click. Here it goes.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's in.
That's in. It's already locked in.
Yeah.
And now show everybody how thin this is. When you turn it sideways, look at how much space that takes up. All right?
So you can put this behind the laundry door. You can stow this.
I have a feeling this could sell out in one airing, and I'm telling you, if you like it, now's the time to get it. I talk to you all the time, and of course, my mom, she knows that I love her to death, and she knows I'm just worried about her getting around. She's 82. She does real well, but she had knee replacement, so she's a little sketchy on her feet. And when she goes from the store, and my mom's one of those people that exercises in the shopping mall with a cart. That's what she loves. But you know what's nice about this is you take this with you. So bring this grocery shopping.
Yes.
Bring it when you're transporting the kids. Look at that, in and out of their areas at school. Grandma's out there. If you have stuff that you need to tote around, if you have stuff you want to bring indoors or out, watch this. And this is it in real life. And it's a little set up here in the studio, and it's a little more difficult on these stairs. But if you have carpeted stairs, it's even better. Oh, yeah. But you can take this indoors out. It's got a little latch to keep the whole thing, and look at how quickly it pops open. You know what else, Linda? It's the perfect size.
It really...
Towels, laundry, right?
It really is. Once you put it down in place, okay? Now, all of you city dwellers, this is wonderful too, okay? So I live in Manhattan, and I go grocery shopping, which is never closer than about 3 or 4 blocks.
And you go, and most people go like every day or every other day in New York. You
Absolutely.
Kind of like that, you know?
So these are our best friends in the city. Everybody knows that, right? So you go to the grocery store, and of course you can put your milk or whatever underneath here, and you put this here, and you don't. The labor-intensive part of shopping in the city, as you know, is carrying everything. Again, this will hold up to 50 pounds. It's tubular metal construction, okay? Very easy. And again, let me go back up here to the stairs so that you can see how it goes.
Before we do, let me just show everybody quickly. It's so much more stable with the 2 wheels on the back. I don't know if you can see it, but it is, when you go side to side, it is so much more controlled and not bumpy. You see how it's not shaking around? You know how like a 4-wheel grocery cart will go boop, 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 and back and forth? Well, with this, because you've got the actual 6 wheels on this, I mean, it's a much more stable vehicle.
You're absolutely right. And when you go and you tilt it up like this, you still have 2 wheels on each side, which is really nice. Because I don't know if you've ever done this before, but when you only have the old ones, which you have the 1 on each side, it can have a tendency when you're walking on the sidewalk to bump and then kind of turn over on you. You're not going to have this problem. All right, let's go back up the stairs. And again, let me show you how neat this is. Look at this. It goes right up, just glides up the stairs. Now, when it's time to come down the stairs, this is what I love. When it comes down, look how easy that is.
Yeah, it walks itself down. Yep.
Yes. So if you are going up or down your basement, you're bringing your toys, the sports equipment like I have here, very easy. You're not going to wake up everybody in your household now bringing this up and down the stairs. That's what's nice about it. Now, no matter what age you are, you can handle this cart very easily.
Let me remind everybody, okay, so right now I have 900 left, okay? We started out with a decent quantity, and I told you there's a good chance it could sell out in this airing. There's only about 900 left. I got about 6 minutes remaining. So think about the areas of your life where you would want to utilize this. If you go grocery shopping, if you like to go antiquing, if you like to, maybe you do your laundry and you have to go to the laundromat to do it. And you need to carry your stuff back and forth. Maybe you just want to take this to the beach, right? You want to put the kids' beach toys in here, or you're a college student and you've got backpacks and books and all that stuff. I mean, so many different ways. And the best part is the whole thing collapses. It takes up this much room. And just about that much room. You could put this, slide this in, in a door jamb, put this in a closet, put this in the trunk of your car.
I put a little piece of plywood on the bottom of it and put my tools in it. And it's really nice to go on any kind of job where you're going to be working on a fence. You just load it up with your tools, and then you bring it right to where you need it.
It's so stable. And again, you can still lean it if you have to, but for a lot of people, like my mom, she uses it to kind of give her a little bit of stability and balance. Remember, you can put about 50 pounds of stuff inside here.
That's right.
And it's strong enough to hold you in one position as you're walking it, so it gives you a little bit of sturdiness as you're going ahead. And you can see, look how much stuff we have inside there. So if you've got kids how about this? You're even at a campground where you got to bring stuff from your car to your tent, or if you have an RV, right, or a boat, and you need to port stuff, groceries out to the boat. Are you gonna make 5 trips by yourself, or are you gonna load this up, much more stable? And again, if you're a senior out there, has any issues with walking and carrying stuff, these things are a godsend. I know for a fact, because I'm telling you, my mom, who's using a cane, what is she going to do with groceries? She's got groceries in one hand and a cane in the other.
That's
right. You put your stuff in. You can still use your cane, but at least here you can do it with one hand. It's safe. It's convenient. Expectant moms who've got all kinds of extra stuff they need to carry, but they got a belly out here. How are you going to carry stuff, right?
That's exactly right.
Put it on your back, for goodness sake.
That's right. And you want to
use this.
You want to have something that's stable, something that's going to be able to hold a good bit of weight, right? So this will hold up to 50 pounds of weight. It collapses, and the profile is very small. It has a little hook. I'll show you that in a minute. But let me show you how it goes.
Can I give everybody an update real quick, Linda, while you're walking back there? I now, with the people online, I've got about 600 I have about 600 left. So already half the quantity's gone, and I've got about 300 people online. So if you want it, now's the time to get it. All right, let me get out of your way this way.
Okay.
And we can see Linda going to town over here.
Okay.
Now I'm in the way. With a head this size, all right, there we go.
Now, as you can see, when you're going up or down the stairs, it starts to engage that 3-wheel action. Very easy to bring it up, and when you go down, then what it does, it just keeps rotating nice and easily. And again, when you're bringing this up from the, or down from the basement, if you have 2 stories, if you're going up a 2nd or 3rd floor building, how about the curbs? The curbs, jumping up the curbs. There's nothing worse than when you go up a curb and you have groceries in here, then it topples over. You don't, as you can see, you don't have that problem here.
Look at that. It just gives you, you know what, it gives you a little more of that confidence when you're going up and down, because I know some people, they wouldn't even do it. And the worst thing that you can do, as we know, is have 2 arms full of groceries and be walking down a flight of stairs or up a flight of stairs, especially now. It's winter time. Things are very slippery, but all year long. And by the way, this is good season after season, year round.
Yes.
You're going to love this product. Another quick update now. I got 500 left and just about 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock. If this is something you can use, do this, and do this for you, right? Just try it. If you feel that you need a little extra help. And you know, I know, do you know how many times I have to tell my mother? Do you know how many times I tell her every week to use her cane?
Right.
And she won't use it. Because, you know, let me use a cane. You know, my mom is still very, you know, she wears the jewelry. She's a beautiful lady. At 82, she just got married like last year. So, you know, she's still out there, and she doesn't want to feel like, you know, she can't do anything anymore. And if you're in that position, this empowers you. This gives you the ability to be like, you know what, I can get my own groceries.
Right.
I can go to the store. I can wheel my stuff in.
Yes.
For a lot of people, they use this as their food cart, right?
Yeah.
And they put their groceries right in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it does give you that stability. When you're pushing it around, you have now the handle, which is a nice foam grip handle. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to worry about when you bring it up the stairs for it to start bouncing and then, you know, going topsy-turvy on you.
Yeah.
You do not have to worry about that.
No, it's very stable. And as we said before, if you're just using it on regular floors, because you've got, and you see right there, there's the shot, you have 3 wheels on either side. Of course that's going to be more stable. Imagine a train car, and it only has 4 wheels. If it's got 12 wheels, obviously there's more contact with the surface.
That's right.
And it's going to drive better. That's why tractor trailers have lots of wheels on there, because they carry a lot of weight and it makes them more stable. It makes the same sense. So if you're porting this around the house, and like I said, maybe you're a senior and you want to feel a little more secure about what you're doing, hey, moms, grandparents, pregnant moms, or soon-to-be moms, you need a little extra help, and you can't always count on having your sons or daughters around, or your husbands or your partners. This is one of those things that's there when you need it. The whole thing folds down. Linda's going to go back up, and she's going to show you just how easy it is to use. And this is why we call it the stair climbing cart. Check it out.
Very easy. The stairs engage the 3 wheels. As you can see, you always have 2 wheels that are engaged. When you go down or up a stair, you have one that's on the top and the other one that's really grabbing onto the rise. You see that?
Okay, perfect.
Very, very easy.
Look at that. And I love the fact that you feel, by the way, we reduced the shipping on this, you feel like you've got a little more safety, a little more security. I don't know about you. I'm actually lucky because I have a 1-story house.
Yes.
However, there's 6 steps to get into my 1-story house. So I still have those. And they're also cement steps.
Yep.
And they're not, believe it or not, they're shorter than regular steps.
Yeah.
I have a harder time negotiating those steps than the big ones because they're different.
Yes.
They're like little steps, and I'm always kind of like, in fact, I blew out my ankle a month ago falling down those stairs. And, you know, and I'm still, you know, relatively in shape, and I can do stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're 70 or 80 years old, or you're a mom and you've got kids everywhere, or you just you're pregnant for the first time and you're like, oh, I have to carry my bag, I have to carry this, I have nobody to help me, my husband's working.
Yes.
Or guys, maybe like me, you hurt yourself,
right,
and you can't get around. This could be just a lifesaver for you. I have 200 left. And we've got just a few seconds left on the clock. We might go a little bit longer on this because I've got a lot of people that are dialing in. It's a great price for the weekend. It's $10 off. It's free shipping and handling. When you get this delivered, it takes about 5 seconds to put together. There you are. Because the wheels, they snap on with a little lock. You don't have to have any screwdrivers or none of that stuff. So this is something you can have up and working as soon as you get it.
Absolutely. Want to show how easy this is to fold?
Would you do it one more time for me?
Let me take the groceries out. There you go. Now, when it's time to stow it away, all you do is you make sure that this collapses, and you see this little hook right here? There's your hook, and there you have it. Now, look how thin that is. Can you see how thin that is?
Look at
now,
that.
That'll go behind your door.
Look at that.
Right? And then when you're ready to use it again, just unhook it, and then let it go.
And by the way, it is weather resistant. Use this indoors, use this outdoors, but have one of these around. As I said, you know, something like this could be a real lifesaver. You don't want to be falling downstairs just because you were too proud to ask somebody to help you. This will help you every time, and it always says yes whenever you ask it to help. You're wonderful.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and your beautiful red. Thanks for being here. And speaking of beautiful red, I see a woman with beautiful red hair. She's coming up next, and she's got a way to light your life besides just her doing it. Here we go.